So we're back again, this time from a very interesting spot. I was just at Pioneer Square in downtown Portland, Oregon. But I don't know if you guys ever heard the legends of Valyrian steel. Valyrian steel? I think some people have heard the legends of Valyrian steel. It's about, they say that a sword, I believe the legend goes that the sword Excalibur was forged of Valyrian steel, literally. Well, guess what I found? I found Valyria. This is Valyria behind me. This whole area is a very historic place here in Portland, Oregon, here in the United States, and really very much all around the world. They say that the sword Excalibur from the legends of King Arthur and whatnot, it was forged of Valyrian steel right here. I think I got the legends right. I'm not exactly sure. I teach myself this shit all the time. But this is the place. This is Valyria. This is where said steel must have come from. This is the great Vale, Valyria, place of value, where valiant people have come from for ages and ages and ages and ages. So this is it. It's actually really cool. It's a really cool, scenic, idyllic place. Scenic. I'll say scenic. I've gone over there. They have this. There's like this trench. So there's like a trench, right? There's like this trench. There's actually like this trench, this valley specifically. There's like this valley, this trench where the water comes from. They got this underground fucking thing here. It's really so cool. So this is like a really old, settled place. My guess, I don't know how clearly you can see all of this stuff in the distance. You have these mountains over here. Washington Park, a big mountain over here this way in the distance beyond that. And then you have the cedars of Lebanon spoken about in the Bible. They're actually right over here. They're right over here. It's actually right here in Portland, Oregon, funny enough. But this is Valyria. This is one of the oldest strongholds of the little elven people of yesteryear, westerly. So yeah, and it's kind of, it's giving Little House on the Prairie. This section of the Vale is mostly prairie. Then it goes into this wooded area with the this exclusive neighborhood nowadays. Really cool shit. I believe this part up here, this parcel of land up here, I believe it's actually, I believe this parcel of land up here is like an actual ruin that was just left to nature. And so it's, nature's taking it still, it looks like. But yeah, man, this is the Valyria of legend, bro. I think it's, I've always had this appreciation for history, and I've always loved a really good story. I've always loved adventure and all that. I'm cliche in that way, although I believe I'm really modern and I like all type of new shit. But when I found this, I was like, bro, this is so awesome. Like, this whole neighborhood, it goes down. So this is really very hilly. It's very hilly territory. So like you can tell that a lot of this slopes down. The whole thing is sloping down in this gradient way. It's like sloping down gradually. But this area is so fucking cool, bro. I don't know if you can see the towers in the back, these two mountains here. If I felt like it, I would actually take you guys to the spring, the brook that comes from out of the mountains. There's a brook or stream or whatever that comes from out of the mountains. It creates a pool over here. There's a pool that runs through this whole thing. There's a stream, a pool. It runs through this entire thing. And here in this spot immediately in front of me, I think these are ruins. I think these are ruins that were just left to like decay right here. I don't know for sure, but that's what it appears to be to me. So yeah, but very interesting stuff. This whole area, like it's like a big bowl. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if you can see it on the phone, but I told you how it's like this sloping gradient that goes down into this bowl with springs and brooks that come out of the mountains. I mean, I'm sure you can imagine the beauty of it yourself. Use your imagination to, put it together. But very old. I believe it's like one of the oldest. I believe this entire section actually is one of the oldest settled places in the world. Contrary to, I don't know if you can distinguish the gradient here. I don't know if you can tell how much this slopes and goes down, and just really interesting topography. But this is some of the oldest settled land. This is literally some of the oldest settled land on the planet, G. On the planet, which is very interesting to me. And I don't know why I always get funny about it, but this land is your land, this land is my land, this land is our land. And I'm telling you to meet me at the spot they could find us there. So you see this? Again, the place is made up of a bunch of hills, slopes, valleys, whatnots. But just look at that. That's really interesting to me, the way that this is made. It's like this giant bowl. This plain feeds into this giant bowl, which rises up again, this rising slope, which I believe this whole section right here was some type of, you know what I think it was? Guess what I think it is? A mound. I think it's an abandoned mound. Literally, where they, I think this whole section right here, that's what I think this entire section is. I think this entire section right here was like a mound or something. I could be wrong though, because there's trees on it. But again, look at this view. The fabled Valyria. The fabled Valyria. Stronghold of the Valyrian elves. Quite cool. Oh, so I'm gonna sign off with that. The bus is coming again. Peace out.